Hiya, my name's Phil Willits. I've just done 5 paintings and I'd just like to show you the paintings that I've done and the procedure in doing them. Thank you. The first one is at Fowey. It's an acrylic. Obviously this was from a photograph because it's going into the harbour and you couldn't be on a boat and sketch it. So this is from a photograph. I did put extra boats in. That boat there was a boat that I did a drawing at Falmouth. So that was a rough watercolour of a particular boat that I painted in a small booklet. After all, the booklet is just for you, so nobody else is going to have a look at it. But it's good to have a book to go around and just sketch different things. That is St Ives, which we're going to have a look in a minute or two. But it's good to have a little book. One of the things which I have discovered in having a little book that you can stick in your pocket is to have a pencil with a rubber on the end. And then you haven't got to muck around having a rubber in your pocket. And that's a good pencil, and that's a black wing, and it's got the rubber on the end and a very soft lead. The next one is an Italian picture. We went on holiday to Italy last year, and it was the Amalfi Coast. I have done another painting of this with this little villa there, and that painting sold very, very quickly. But this is another painting I've just done of it because I quite liked the area and the village and the little cottage, or a little villa there with the palm trees. This again is my journal that I took with me when we went to Italy, and there's different drawings that I did and a couple of notes that I did as we went through. So it's good to have a journal, and you can write notes and do sketches. That's, believe it or not, that is a Norman castle. The Normans were in Italy for quite some time, and that's a Norman castle just where we were staying at. But that again is a good thing to have, and you can sort of dot notes. Again, that is a First World War memorial, which I quite like, which I did a rough sketch of that. So that's my journal that I take with me when I go abroad or in England sketching. These are some watercolours I did of St Ives, and it's the Smeaton's Pier, I think that's how you say it, and that's the end of St Meta's Pier. That was a sketch that I did of that, and I included boats and what have you. But as I say, it is good to have a sketch with you, and that again is the same pier with the other little boats, and this is the one of that. So that is the pier and the 2 lighthouse structures on there. That was quite an awful lot of houses, but I just left white space on that one. And that is a sketch I made of the pier with the 2 lighthouses in there, and I put several boats. The boats there are quite different. I did other sketches of boats, but those are quite different there. And last of all, it's the other one of St Ives, and that was the sketch I did of it, of the church and of the lifeboat station over there. I did that one further away, and again different sorts of boats on it, again a watercolour, and I stuck a couple of birds on just for a little bit of interest. The final thing I want to introduce is watercolour, and it does pay to mix different colours and see what you produce. There's lemon yellow, and there's Windsor blue, and the different sorts of greens that you can produce. And it's very good to do this and experiment with this and find out the different sort of colours you can achieve during different sorts of mixes. And there's Naples yellow, and there's Cad yellow, and so it's good. And then introduce them and do them in sections, and then you know, if you're not sure, you can have a look at your chart and you know exactly what colours to expect when you mix these different 2 colours together. The next one is Falmouth. Again, this one is an acrylic, and this is done in a frame at the back. I'll just show you, that was the photograph, and as you can see I kept that part, but I introduced other boats and I cut part of it up. It is Custom House Quay at Falmouth. And just to finish off, that's another sketchbook I bought, I use, and that actually is a picture of that little building there. And so I hope that's been useful to you. There's a stump. That's another picture that I'm hoping to do a watercolour or an acrylic of in the future. Well, I hope that's been useful to you. See you again. Cheers.